Cool. So, just as we wait for 9 o'clock, maybe setting up your posture, getting comfortable. Okay. So, thank you for joining me tonight. Um, I find evening practices to be a bit different to morning meditation, at least for me. Like the morning is more my time to sort of practice, concentration, and I'm single pointed and really focused in my meditation. Often at the evening time, I prefer something more soothing. Like I'm usually a little tired. Like I'm a bit tired right now. It'd be hard for me to do a really strong concentration practice, but it feels like the right time to do something that's really nurturing. So tonight's practice is that. It's called affectionate breathing. So the main thing we're focusing on again is the breathing, but you'll see we're bringing in this sort of nurturing, really nurturing aspect to the breathing. So we'll practice for about 10 minutes. So just getting yourself ready. So having still a sense of being upright, like there's a bit of a lift up in the back, but still being relaxed. And because this is the affectionate breathing practice, it can be nice to signal that by using a sense of touch. So if it's comfortable, you don't have to, but you could place a hand somewhere that, like where it's a gesture that you feel is supportive. Mightn't be something you do in front of other people, but just for your practice. So it might be a hand on the area of the chest or at the maybe at the stomach, or you just see what feels right. And just the idea that in doing this practice, you're not trying to achieve something, you're not trying to get anywhere. You're just sort of stepping back and doing something that's nurturing for you. And you can choose to leave your hand wherever it is, or let it rest wherever it feels comfortable. And then beginning to ask your attention to go to your breathing. And where would you like to notice your breathing? Maybe it's at the nostrils, like the flow of air at the nostrils, or at the chest or at the stomach. Just kind of gradually noticing more and more your own breathing. And it's important that it's your breathing just as it is. It's not trying to change the breathing. It's not even so much thinking about the breathing. It's just feeling the movement as you breathe in and the movement as you breathe out. And having a sense, just gently adding in the idea that each in breath is nourishing you. And on each out breath, just a little bit of relaxation, a little bit of letting go. And just kind of seeing what it's like to explore that for a few breaths. Being nourished by the in breath. And just that sense of letting go a little bit on the out breath. And just staying with this for a few rounds of breathing. And if your mind wanders off, then it wanders off. That's just the way it is. But when you catch it, when you realize that you're drifting, without being frustrated if you can, just invite it back. Like, come on back to the breathing. The breathing will actually be more helpful right now. I can do the planning and other stuff another time. But for now, just the simple breath. Being nourished on the in breath. Just letting go on the out breath. And then connecting with the rhythm of your own breathing. Just kind of noticing the natural rhythm that your breathing has. Like the ebb and the flow. Like the tide coming in and out. And just enjoying the kind of the soothing aspect to this. Just the soothing aspect of the ebb and flow of your own breathing. Nothing else to do. Just the natural rhythm of your breathing. And the sense that this ebb and flow of your breathing, it's not something that you have to make happen. It's as though, or you could imagine it, as though you're being breathed, as though the breathing is acting on you. And it has this gentle sort of nurturing quality to it. So just lightly being aware of the breathing and a sense that it's actually soothing you. And for the last moments of this practice, letting go of any need to do anything with the breathing, just being aware of it, just spending these moments noticing your own breathing until the sound of the bell. So just coming out of the practice in your own time. So like all the things that we do in the practice, all of them can be brought into the middle of the day as well. Like it's possible to just pause for a moment and notice a few rounds of breathing. So yeah, thank you for joining me tonight. It's really nice to have a bunch of people doing this. For me, I probably wouldn't have done a practice tonight. So yeah, it really helps having this sense of lots of people meeting at this time and doing a practice. Our next session is Saturday morning at 10 a.m. And I look forward to practicing with you again.